We're going to talk next about the settlement that the city has reached in the shooting of Dontre Hamilton 3 years ago by a Milwaukee police officer. Is this sort of the end of the story or the beginning of another one?
I would say not the end, the beginning of another chapter. The Hamilton family said that they plan to continue pushing for change. Maria Hamilton's been very vocal since the shooting, as have his brothers. So basically yesterday the Common Council approved a $2.3 million settlement. Almost everyone voted in favor of it. Bob Donovan, who was critical of it, abstained, and Terry Witkowski left the room and was absent. But it was interesting because Donovan, it seemed like he was not planning to speak and then decided that he had to speak and talked about how he slammed Chief Flynn for firing the officer who shot and killed Dontre Hamilton. He slammed the lawyers representing the Hamilton family, who apparently are getting about $1.1 million. They pointed out this was 3 years of bitter litigation, but it brought back a real flurry of responses, especially from a lot of the African American alders who, multiple times said Black Lives Matter. This could have been one of our children. This could have been anybody's children. So the settlement, though, it doesn't go to the Hamilton family. There was a little bit of confusion over that. It actually goes into, essentially into a trust for his young son. They did not give a specific age to try to protect his privacy, and he was only identified by his initials in the lawsuit. But essentially the idea is that his father's not going to be around, and they are going to use the money to provide for him. So the Hamilton family was a bit touchy about people apparently asking them, what are you going to do with all that money, that kind of thing. And they said, this isn't about the money, this isn't the justice we wanted. They actually wanted a criminal prosecution for the officer, and it sounds like they're actually still hoping for that, although I don't know that that is in the future. But they, basically said that he was rightfully fired, but they feel like he should face criminal prosecution as well.
We should just remind viewers, too, that this all was happening sort of in the context of the Black Lives Matter movement. Ferguson happened around that time as well. There's been a lot of discussion both here and elsewhere around the country on police shootings.
Yes, and this was, this got national attention. The Hamiltons have been very outspoken. Maria Hamilton did multiple appearances with Hillary Clinton during the last year's campaign, and also met with her numerous times.
Does the settlement preclude any other legal action on the part of the family?
I think that they obviously wanted criminal charges. They didn't get it. I think that they are still hoping that maybe more evidence will come forward where they could actually try to push the DA to reopen the case or some kind of federal charges. But I think they would, at this point, have to come forward. Someone would have to come forward with new information, or some new information would be revealed that would reopen the criminal case.
But no civil.
I don't believe so. I don't think there are plans for that at this time. They said, this isn't a victory for us. We're not happy. We're not getting our son and our brother back. But it seemed to close this litigation chapter.
And the officer was fired not for killing him, but for not following procedures, I remember.
Yeah, it was basically
sort of a technical issue.
Yeah, what happened was other officers had gone to the park to check on him. He was sleeping. He wasn't breaking the law. Officer Manney didn't know that when he apparently got a voicemail saying to check on this person in the park, and he did a pat-down, which Chief Flynn said was out of procedure. Obviously, Bob Donovan disputed that fact too, but that was the reason he was fired.
Okay. Thanks, Mary.